Being unable to swallow solid food is brutal, both physically and emotionally. Many people who suffer from eosinophilic esophagitis go through a time of moderate to severe dysphagia, which means difficulty swallowing. During this time, finding nourishing, satisfying, and filling food sources can be highly challenging and difficult. Having clear, easy to follow smoothie recipes can be life-changing and take a lot of uncertainty and confusion away. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chelsea and I am a certified teacher with my Master's of Science in Nutrition and Human Performance. As a nutrition educator, I am passionate about empowering people with education to take control of their health and live a life of freedom from food. In today's video, I am going to be sharing with you our fabulous smoothie formula to help you feel nourished and full during dysphagia, also known as difficulty swallowing. These recipes are specifically designed for someone struggling through EoE, therefore all of the top allergens are removed. Not everyone who suffers from EoE will need to go on an all-liquid diet. Unfortunately for my husband, Luke, his EoE presented itself in the form of severe dysphagia. This inability to swallow solid food caused him to go on an all-liquid diet for around 6 months. Luke loves to eat and values the experience of food, so this took a huge toll on him, not only physically, but also emotionally and mentally. If you want to learn more about our EoE journey, I created a video sharing that, so be sure to check it out. Dysphagia plays a huge role, not just on a person's physical well-being, but also on their social and emotional experiences. People with dysphagia can often feel anxious around meal times and social gatherings because they may not be able to consume any of the food provided. It has a negative influence on a person's life because it can worsen these social and emotional experiences. Often people with dysphagia find themselves isolating from these community events that involve food, which can lead to loneliness and a decrease in self-esteem. If you or someone you love is experiencing dysphagia, know you have our complete empathy and understanding. We have walked this road and struggled through it. If you are wanting some guidance and support, I created a dysphagia guide in my EoE bundle, which I think will really help and support you, and hopefully help prevent you from making some of the mistakes that we made. Regardless of if you're going through dysphagia or not, smoothies are fabulous for EoE patients and literally everyone because they're unbelievable at filling you with antioxidants, superfoods, and veggies. The formula we used and still use to nourish our bodies during EoE is protein plus fat plus fiber plus veggies plus liquids plus superfoods. These smoothies should help you be full for hours. I know that when I have a smoothie like a booster juice that's filled with frozen yogurt and berries, I'm like starving within the hour because there wasn't enough protein, fiber, or fat to keep me satisfied. I'm going to share with you 2 great smoothie recipes that are included in my dysphagia guide. I've also been working on creating some smoothie shorts. So if you want to see me actually creating some of these smoothies, be sure to check that out as well. The first smoothie I'm going to be sharing with you is the Core 4 Smoothie Your Way. The Core 4 smoothie allows you to customize a smoothie to suit your own taste preferences and nutritional needs. The great thing about this recipe is that it guarantees that you will have a balanced, nourishing, filling smoothie. So start by getting your protein, such as 1 scoop of protein powder like vegan, hemp, pumpkin, or collagen protein. Try to avoid protein powders like whey, which may trigger your EoE symptoms if you are sensitive to cow's milk or dairy. Add 1 to 2 tablespoons of fat, such as chia, flax, hemp hearts, MCT oil, flax oil. I have nut butter in there, but again, if you have EoE, please try to avoid nut butter for the time being. And once you reintroduce nuts into your diet and you're okay, then you can include things like nut butters. 1 to 2 tablespoons of fiber, such as inulin fiber, chia seeds, flax seeds, hemp hearts, kale, spinach, veggies. Try microfiber greens, spirulina, frozen cauliflower, kale, spinach, cucumbers, beets, parsley, cilantro. There are so many veggie options out there. Play around with it and experiment with what you like and what you have. and what's seasonal. I have a 1/4 cup of fruit on here. You are welcome to add more fruit if you want. The biggest thing with fruit is you don't want to go crazy on the fruit, because if you add too much fruit, it might spike your glucose a little bit more, which would just make you feel hungrier sooner. So just don't go too crazy on the fruit. My favorite fruits to add in smoothies are berries, because they're loaded with fiber and powerful antioxidants. Add in your liquids of choice, such as coconut milk or nut milks. Again, if you're on an elimination diet, don't do a nut milk, do a coconut milk or an oat milk, something like that. Play around with some superfoods and add in some yummy, tasty additions, such as cocoa powder, maca powder, cinnamon. So some of you may not want to create your own smoothie. That may sound very overwhelming to you. And you may just want like a staple, go-to, tried and true smoothie recipe. I'm going to be sharing with you Luke's everyday EoE smoothie. Luke wasn't super creative during his dysphagia time in EoE, and I think he drank this smoothie like every single day. It includes oats, water, frozen berries, banana, frozen spinach, ground flaxseed. We added in nut butter when he was okay with nut butter, but originally we didn't have nut butter, so that's an optional one to add in. Flax oil, plant-based protein powder, dairy-free, and then 1/2 cup of coconut or nut milk. So this is an important part of this recipe. If you are adding oats in your smoothie, make sure you add the oats first and soak them in water. This is a really important step, because if you just add oats in, it can make the smoothie really creamy and chunky, which you may like, but if you're struggling with swallowing, this can be a huge hindrance. So one of the things that Luke always did and still does is he soaks his oats in water, not for a super long time, but just as he's getting all his other ingredients, and that's the first thing he does. Add the rest of your solid ingredients in the blender and blend away. Another great tip is if it's too thick, just add water. Don't add more almond, coconut, oat milk, because that will make it thicker and creamier. Just add more water if you want it to be a less thick smoothie, or if you're having trouble swallowing it. Hopefully these smoothie recipes can help nourish and satisfy you as you work to overcome EoE. Let me know if you have a staple smoothie recipe that has helped you with your EoE, or let me know if you try one of these recipes and if you enjoy it. Remember, you are not alone and you don't have to do this by yourself.